Yeah, this is absolutely nuts.
On a hill on the east end of Waukesha,
Just a thick smoke just keeps pouring out of there.
Brenda Schwartz and her 5-year-old
Doesn't look as bad though.
watch the scene below.
I just feel bad for the neighborhood because now they're going to be just covered in smoke for the next few hours.
They're not alone.
Oh, babe, that's the only way they can battle it right now.
Inside Waukesha Iron and Metal, crews do their best to try and stop the flames.
It's at ground level of the fire. Whatever it is, it's got to be oil. That's the only thing I can think of.
For spectators who pass by this place daily,
Yep, you can smell the water.
it's unclear what's burning.
Cars, sheet metal, they take pretty much anything that has to do with iron.
While the flames are contained to the property,
Coming back up, yeah.
the same cannot be said about the smoke.
Yeah, that's plastic and foam now.
A thick, toxic cloud rises hundreds of feet in the air,
Guess what? More rubber caught on fire.
flowing in the nearby neighborhoods and attracting the curious.
Well, for one, you can smell the rubber burning, and there was probably a tire blowing up right there.
A scrap fire keeping onlookers entertained
I really want to go over there.
and moms worried.
I will do everything for you, but I am not letting you go near the smoke.
Fire trucks crowded the streets of South Kenosha Friday morning.
Oh, look at that.
People flocked to see why.
Yeah, we got a good seat, yeah.
The old Bastrop Roofing and Supply building was on fire.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Kevin Ermet works at Feld Body Shop next door. He shot this cell phone video.
It was scary for a minute there.
Whoa, that is really going.
The building was vacant, the utilities shut off, and the city had padlocked a fence around it. It was scheduled for demolition.
Correct. That's why it is suspicious in nature.
You can feel the heat.
At least 36 firefighters responded from 10 different companies, including Kenosha, Racine, Bristol, and Zion, Illinois.
Firefighters have been working for hours, battling the flames and the hot temperatures, working in shifts so they can cool off and rehydrate.
We rotate in, that way nobody gets too tired and heat exhaustion or sick or ill.
The flames were so high, 4 aerial trucks were used, and many residents were asked to evacuate their homes as a precaution, while others, like Kevin, were left without power.
They had to cut it off. 'Cause that's all my feed up there. Yeah, so I can't even work today.
He's just glad no one was inside. In Kenosha.
Oh my God.
Everybody, let's do this one.
Off a busy street
Right there under.
on Milwaukee's north side,
Y'all doing really, really well.
a busy woman
I have 1, 2.
slows down
It should be some more. I need this balloon right here.
for a day
A legacy of his life,
of reflection.
the things he did in this community and how he touched a lot of people with his music. I need another piece.
Friends and family come together to remember 2 young musicians on the rise.
Which other one? Okay.
Killed tragically 8 years ago.
That's good.
October 19th marks the anniversary
Grab that.
of their deaths.
One of the hardest days of my life when I got that phone call and they said that my son was gone.
Jaton Kool-Aid Claiborne was a music producer, and Yolanda Lala Brown was a singer.
That one's good.
2 were found shot and killed inside this recording studio at 55th and Lisbon back in 2007.
It's a day I don't wish any family to have to go through.
It just took a while to actually resonate in my mind that it was true.
The murders remain unsolved.
2.
Both of the family deserve justice.
3.
Justice
I love you, Kool-Aid.
that can't come soon enough.
We have not forgotten about this yet.
We are always on the go.
Everybody has busy lives.
So perhaps it's not surprising that even one of the most sacred services is now presented for your convenience.
We can drive in.
Ashes to Go
Yeah, we have lots of ashes
on Ash Wednesday
right here.
on a sidewalk in Menominee Falls.
We want to be out here for people who can't make it to Mass. Welcome.
A group of pastors moved from the pulpit to the people.
You can just drive up and we'll come to your car window. Ashes to ashes.
Reverend Amy Anderson reminds us what the cross means,
Gospel. What kind of sacrifice will we make?
even when time is hard to come by.
God bless you.
I'm actually on my lunch hour.
Amen.
I think this is a great idea because a lot of times when we're working, we don't have time to get to church.
Welcome.
So when we can't go to the church comes to us.
That's it.
They stop here in search of something.
Feel connected.
And on a day when the temperature was at 0 and the wind chill was well below,
Hands are a little bit cold, face is a little bit cold.
this group warmed a community, wearing their spirituality on their sleeves and their faith on their foreheads, an outward symbol that, as we're always on the go, some things just might be here to stay. In Menominee Falls,
Well, have a wonderful day and a good Lenten journey.
When trying to see your favorite band,
I woke up at 6 a.m., got ready, and I drove here.
they can start early.
We just like sprinted full speed.
After a year of waiting, Summerfest is back.
You gotta bring snacks, and you gotta be prepared.
By the time Bastille hits the Miller Lite Oasis stage, Kaylee Lutenegger will have waited more than 10 hours. Forget the bathroom breaks.
Well, you don't. You just don't.
She's soaking in the
You
openers.
just don't leave. No, not at this point.
Ready for the long haul.
Like maybe like an hour ago. Maybe. I kind of feel like sitting in one spot the entire time isn't like the whole experience.
Leah Rogers
Not like Aaron Rodgers.
and her friends from Ripon College have a different game plan to see the same headline.
There was a guy and a woman. They were dressed up like as a pirate and a mermaid.
After all, staying in one spot limits what you can see.
We have a really good people watching game.
These friends
Point.
even have a point system.
Point.
For like trendy clothes.
Point. If you see high-waisted shorts, that's a point. Bro tank is a point.
Yeah, American
Point.
flag stuff's point.
Burks is a point. Romper's a point. I'm 2 points.
Another Summerfest reminds us this is exactly what we've been waiting for. Whether you're wandering the grounds
They have really good cupcakes, so that might happen again.
or ensuring the best view of the stage, there really is no bad way to kick off the big gig.
It's always interesting.
Keep going.
Simple directions
Keep it coming.
give way to simple instructions
Towards me.
on how to have a happy holiday.
Pop your trunk.
For the 8th year, Palermo's Pizza and the Hunger Task Force
Right in here.
are providing 1,500 bins of food to families and seniors in need.
Of course, we've got ham, but we've also got a number of fresh things like fresh carrots, fresh potatoes, fresh apples, and jelly beans and peeps because it is the holiday.
Palermo's Pizza employees help fill the bins before distribution, as the holidays can be a tough time to find the funds to put food on the table.
1 in 4 kids in Milwaukee is going to wake up in a house that doesn't have enough food. The problem of poverty and hunger here in Milwaukee is great. More than 34,000 people are visiting food pantries every single month here in Milwaukee County.
All right, you're good.
Eager recipients lined up Wednesday morning to receive their Easter meal.
Along with getting a basket of food, 50 lucky people got a golden egg with $50 inside.
Here's a nice golden egg for you.
Milwaukee Mayor Tom Barrett even showed up to help hand out the golden eggs.
It is a lot of fun to watch them open it and have that $50 in it.
Since 2008, this program, Easter Baskets for the Hungry, has provided 350,000 pounds of food to Milwaukee area families.
It's going to help a lot. It's going to help a lot.
Making it an extra special Easter to many who need a helping hand.
It's the best holiday I've ever had. Thank you very much.
A simple gesture.
Keep it coming.
That comes with drive-through service. In Milwaukee.
Have a good one.
If you know an avid cyclist, they can tell you a bike trail can be a lonely place.
People really, don't talk a lot. Usually you can't even get a smile or a hello, on the trail. But
Herb has spent a lot of time out here alone.
I bike to work probably close to 200 days a year.
A few years ago, his life at home became a little lonelier as well.
My middle daughter and her family moved to Honolulu.
With his house suddenly empty, he and his wife decided,
Hello? Sweet. Hey, what's up with the parrot?
They needed to fill their empty nest.
This is Barney.
Hello?
Turns out you actually can't go to a bike store and order the parrot outfit.
Herb's modified bike turning heads thanks to his new passenger in the front.
Hello?
I didn't get Barney with the idea of going biking with him.
Hello?
For 3 years, Herb has brought his new pet along on the trails. After learning yellow-naped Amazon parrots need 2 to 4 hours of stimulation a day.
If you look at me, you know that I need exercise. So I thought, well, let's just try putting the two together and see if it works.
Now inseparable, the pair has given their odometer a workout.
We are at 8,814.7 miles, so in 3 years. It's kind of interesting. We thought, we would be socializing him, but really it socialized us.
That's cool. Try spending a day with the duo.
Holy mackerel, look at this.
You'll see, it's hard to keep pedaling with so many people wanting to say hello.
Whoa, a parrot. Does he have a name?
His name is Barney.
Barney the biking bird. Hi, Barney.
Hello. Hello. Barney's biggest fans appear to be his youngest.
Does he talk?
While he doesn't always answer clearly, Barney can be a babbler.
Hello.
After greeting runners and fellow bikers, the pair often leaves them with a gift.
My daughters thought I should make a Facebook page, and I've never had a Facebook page. I thought, nobody's going to be interested in that.
A card inviting his new friends to connect has earned Barney more than 6,500 likes and counting. These once cold trails just don't seem the same anymore.
If you can bring some smiles into the world for free, not everyone can be Jay Leno, but I get to make people laugh and smile. That's a nice thing.
Herb may have built a bike to give Barney a bird's eye view of the world. Instead, the two are getting a new perspective of our community through their friendship. With photojournalist
If you thought your daily workout was getting to be a bit of a drag, you're welcome to try to keep up with Andy Lamb. But know this, he's going somewhere very few get to go, a place from which some never return. He's preparing to climb Mount Everest.
On Everest, because it's so big, it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I'm going to give it everything I have to get to the top.
Training to scale a 29,000-foot mountain has its challenges in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin, where the elevation tops out at 760 feet above sea level. But several times a week, Land, who's an experienced climber, comes to a modest hill with a child sled, an old tire full of weights, and a backpack loaded down with a few more pounds.
It's more mental than physical.
Maybe you're thinking you'd rather die than haul 50 pounds of gear up and down a hillside. And Andy's actually okay with that thought, because at least you'd be talking about death. And that's really the point of this whole life-changing mission.
Climbing is a perfect metaphor for what my patients and their families go through.
Land's patients are in hospice care, preparing for an impending death, but looking to make the most of what life is left. His job is to help relieve the suffering his patients go through, and that begins with accepting what's happening.
Dying is a part of living, and we need to talk about that. In the United States, we pretend like it's never going to happen, and we do that to our detriment. Because what happens is we don't talk about dying until it's so obvious that the person's going to die that nobody can deny it.
We still do.
77-year-old Pat Dooley doesn't deny what's happening to her.
All right, let's see what we got going on here today.
She's battling both colon and liver cancer, diseases that will take her life. Having Andy as her hospice nurse is helping her prepare.
Yes, I think so. Because it's going to happen, and they all know it's going to happen, so it's best if you talk about it. You can't sweep it under the rug. It's not going to go away.
Also not going away is Land's desire to conquer mountains, even one that's taken the lives of hundreds of hikers over the years. He practices a move he'll need on Everest. One misstep could be the end, and not just of the trip.
You twist your ankle, you can't get yourself down, you're dead. There's no helicopter, there's no nothing.
Candid talk about death from someone who sees it regularly and doesn't want you to not talk about it when it's time.
This trip will be a success if I perform well, get back down alive, but even more importantly, it'll be a success if we can make a difference in how people and their families who are struggling to live in the face of dying get the care they need.
Fond du Lac.
Just what Cedarburg's all about. It's just pretty cool here. Winterfest, everybody comes out here just for the sled races and the parade. It's a pretty good time.
We come in, we start setting things up. We had to get our costumes on. We do the parade, throw candy for the kids. And then we come down here, race our hearts out.
It's a lot of fun. This is great small town stuff.
Nice and easy, boys. Have you guys raced before?
Oh
yeah, over 25 years.
That was my first time. It was pretty fun. I grew up when I was little, just watching it and stuff. Good to finally get out here and do it.
This is the most we've ever, in terms of effort. We've got some new people on the team who are industrial artists. So they came on and they had all these ideas.
Some high expectations today.
So this took about 2 weeks to put together.
Actually, we honestly do a lot of research.
We angled the bed like this, but I'd have to say that was more of a joke.
Okay, bed racers, are you ready to go?
Really stay on your skates. Stay on your skates and make the turn.
You definitely need to be good on your skates, or at least be good on your feet, because I don't know how you go out here without falling or just on your shoes.
Anvil and the cream and crepe, I mean, they tend to win it.
We don't skate very fast. Anvil bed skates
But you know what? We look really good. That's all you get. Look really good.
That's why our homage to Kiss My Anvil, because they are clearly the folks that take it very seriously and do a great job at it.
Frozen Tundra and Team Mario.
We like to get the cream and crepe and the anvil beds together because they're mother-daughter. They're in it to win the race. We're in it to win best costumes.
It was pretty intense. I'm pretty tired, so it was definitely a good time.
Best costume are the igloos.
We won. We're 1-0 for the sled races, so hopefully next year we can take it again.
It takes a lot. I mean, a bunch of middle-aged guys out here doing this stuff. It's funny stuff.
We head to the local facilities, areas, and just wander around town in our costumes, of course.
So maybe we'll have to go out, go to the Anvil, have a couple drinks. It'll be a good time. Heck yeah.
At this point, it's unclear how it happened, but one thing is for sure.
They had to be going pretty fast.
The bus didn't stop in time.
Dude, that guy had to be hauling.
It slammed into a home on Mill Road. Todd Robinette rents out the property. He got a call around 8 a.m.
The tires were like down in the basement.
So he came to see the damage.
And even on the other side.
Which there is plenty of. He says the bus came in like a battering ram.
Pushed the wall, the basement wall out on the opposite side of the house. And this was actually a bedroom here where there were some people sleeping.
Andrew Bogan.
It come knock you out your bed, knock you 10 feet in the, almost 5 feet in the air.
Says it was his father in the home.
He basically knocked him to the other damn side of the room.
Bogan says his father was taken to the hospital and will be okay. His home, on the other hand,
the electrical service is here, so that's shut off now.
Is a wreck.
The gas service is on the other side where it popped out, so they shut that off. They turned the water off.
Pieces of it are everywhere. Before hitting the home, the bus took out a light pole and an SUV.
Everything is gone. But as you can look, the whole frame is gone. You can't even drive this truck.
The condition of the bus driver and why they went off the road is still unknown, but it's clear to Todd Robinette he'll never forget this.
No, I've never seen a bus go drive through a house, no.
On Monday, a wind blew into Kenosha.
Cracked like a matchstick.
And took the power with it.
Pulled 5 telephone poles down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One back over in the corner. 5 telephone poles.
Bringing out the neighbors.
5 houses down, and I've been here 58 years.
Led by Bob Truax.
The oldest one here, I believe.
A quick-moving storm has caused a cleanup that will take all day. Neighbors are blaming a big backyard tree.
It didn't hit anybody's houses, though, I guess.
But Jessica Bossi wanted to know for sure.
We Energies is trying to get all the power poles lifted up.
She manages a home on the block. The tree missed the house, but down power lines draped across the yard.
All the roads are blocked off and you cannot go outside at all.
By 1 p.m., crews had been at it for hours, first taking down the damaged lines and then carrying away the busted poles.
This group keeps getting bigger. I know, but these
all under the watchful eye.
This is the plank holder right here.
Of neighbors.
Pretty intense, especially for all the people. I mean, they were just walking by, you know, they don't have any electricity.
You know, they wonder how long it's going to be, and from what talking to these folks, it looks like maybe 8 or 9 o'clock tonight.
At least by then, it will have cooled down.
With a viola tucked firmly under her chin, 10-year-old Shay Stollenwerk
Big Bo lived here.
is strumming the instrument under a sign reading, "The sum of us is greater than all of our parts." Not that she needs a reminder.
I just say that I was born that way.
Born with a partial palm, half of a thumb, and no fingers on her right hand, she is only able to play with the use of a prototype adaptive device.
Here we go. 1, 2.
Of course, her teacher is always there to help. But what she really needed was a hand.
I asked her for a 3D printed hand.
Shay asked her mom for one last Christmas.
Put it on her Christmas list about 5 days before Christmas, to be exact.
But she said that Santa probably wouldn't know how to make one.
It just depends on the scale of this.
It turned out they didn't have to go as far as the North Pole. There was a different kind of workshop just off North Avenue in Milwaukee.
We're in the Digital Craft Research Lab here at UWM,
where art and design professor Frankie Flood
I received an email.
Heard from a mom trying to help her daughter.
I have no idea how to do all this. I'm not very technically challenged, and I'm not very good at all this stuff, so we decided to ask for help.
Intrigued, Flood found the online group Enable, which specializes in creating prosthetic hands. He gathered information and decided to give it a try.
And I said, this would be something I would like to do.
I think it was actually Christmas Eve that he got in contact with us and said that he would be really excited to work with us and make it happen.
Flood enlisted his fellow design professor, Adreem Blair.
There is an opportunity in higher education to connect to the community and to connect to the community in really meaningful ways. And I think that as sort of a method in class, it turns out really wonderful, thoughtful students.
Again, they go in with snap pens.
Shay's hand was a perfect project for students learning to design and create using 3D printers.
Pretty much teach students how to design and build almost anything they want to create, and then how to make it out of actual material. Yeah, so this is an example of what we'll receive as far as a drawing.
The process involves sketching, then creating digital models on the computer, and sending the images over to the printer to be turned into three-dimensional objects.
Just think of it as an inkjet printer that's printing something, but then you're printing multiple pages that make up that object. It's drawing a two-dimensional drawing of an object layer by layer, and slowly what's happening is the bed that's being printed on is lowering.
A traditional medical prosthetic could cost thousands of dollars, but these 3D hands only cost about $25.
Do you still have plenty of room inside of it?
Yeah.
Or not?
They are not quite the same as medical devices, but these robo hands, as they call them,
it's not getting tight though? You don't think it's, no? You don't
have a much higher cool quotient.
It's kind of cool, and it's more of a toy. It's kind of exciting looking. I think that the ability of the child to pick out colors is something that's unique. I think that it should be superhuman, and I think it should be something that is better than a hand. And I think that that's something else that resonates with the designer, is that how do we create something better than a hand? We want Shay to feel special.
He said that I could choose any color I wanted and any design I wanted, and he'd try to make it work.
And
I have a pink one.
All of a sudden,
a bowl holder for my violin.
Shay could do things she could never do before.
Thought it would be cool to be able to grab stuff that I couldn't before.
But the hand was limited and did not allow Shay to hold her viola bow.
Now we're looking at adaptive devices, so things that allow the children to be able to do certain activities.
That is music to a mother's ears.
Their generosity and their kindness is a gift amongst itself. I count them as my friends. I count them as a family member. I always tell Frankie, I don't have enough words to tell you thank you. I just don't.
Ready, and.
No words, perhaps, but there is a melody of gratitude that seems to be saying, just as the whole is greater than the parts, one part has made a girl whole.
Bravo, Shay. That is one of my favorite tunes, and you played it so beautifully.
The life of a photograph is unpredictable, even though it's just one moment
frozen in time.
We met on a street corner, and it was his 15th birthday, and I was 13.
One image had the power to unexpectedly alter the life of someone else, not even pictured, not even born, when two high school sweethearts married. In a sanctuary, much different than a traditional church.
God's knowledge.
Pastor Angela Davis is as devoted as any Christian.
Yes.
A picture of Jesus watched over every single service until the day it fell off the wall.
I found it on the floor. The glass in front had cracked and broken.
The frame was undone, revealing a most perfect union.
I said, there's another picture behind here.
It was a black and white moment in matrimony.
I see history and two happy people and something of sentiment that would be something that somebody would want to have.
Introducing 21-year-old David Damitz and 19-year-old Violet, united on a dreary October day in 1954. Pastor Davis felt destined to return the photo to its rightful owners, not knowing who they were, where they were from, or if they were even still around. But as fate would have it.
Are you going to drink it black?
Honey, I always drink it black after 7 a.m.
Oh.
In the same South Milwaukee house they've lived in for half a century.
There you go, babe. Thank you.
David and Violet Damitz have grown old together.
Okay.
This book has been in the basement so long it smells musty.
And have all the good memories a husband and wife could ask for.
Yes, we were a couple of lovers.
Each one made under the same guiding eyes as Pastor Davis.
And I will get my coffee and I pass him by and I go, and I sit on the couch in the dark.
Their album is complete, but for the friends and families that received copies, it's anyone's guess how one ended up behind a picture of Jesus and sold at a Goodwill store on Milwaukee's north side, destined for a wall and hung with tape that didn't stick.
I truly, spiritually believe that the picture fell for a reason. I would have never have met them had it not fallen. Divine intervention.
Perhaps. Pastor Davis came to Fox 6 for help, and on Easter Sunday, the mystery photo was aired. The calls came soon after.
And then to have the two nieces recognize us from 60 years ago.
This is so precious.
Time to get their picture back.
All right.
The Bible teaches God will show you the way.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Guide you and watch over you.
Thank you.
While it seems David and Violet's journey in marriage
Thank you so much. You too.
Took an unpredictable turn, inspiring an unlikely friendship.
Thank you.
And she's wonderful. She's wonderful to talk to, really. I've probably talked to her 4 or 5 times already.
I do.
Perhaps it was all part of a divine plan.
Oh, God.
A plan set into motion when a moment was captured in God's eye.
My beautiful bride.
In South Milwaukee.